Tell me what's going on today.
Well, we're planting the floral cock today. It's something we do every single year. This year we're celebrating the Garden Club. It's 165 years. They made a request to Rory and Jackie about celebrating their 165th year, and we're trying to make that happen for them.
I know we've talked about this before, but tell me about the work involved in this. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of detail.
Yeah, so on Monday, well yesterday, we prepped the clock by rototilling it a little bit. Weeding is a big deal, having to get all the weeds off of that to make it look good before we start. We added a little bit of soil to it this year, and then then in the morning we get all the plants on the trucks, and we get it down here, and then we start based on the design after that.
How many plants and what kind of plants?
So this year it's a little bit similar to the years we've had before. The purple plants there it's little ruby alternanthera. The gray plants, the ones with the words, that's called Santolina. The yellow it's called true yellow alternanthera, and then in the middle it'll be Bing white begonias and Boom red begonias, and it'll be a maple leaf in the middle.
How many roughly?
In the middle, it'll be about 2,000 begonias. On the outside, depending on the design, I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are yet, but it'll be over 1,000 for sure.
Something like this. Do you know, and I'm catching you off guard with this. Do you know how many years this has been here?
No, I'm not sure. I've done this is my 6th, but Rory was doing it
many
years ago. So yeah, I'm not sure how many years it is now.
You guys must take pride in this even after it's done. It's nice to look at, a lot of work, but I mean, tell me about what you guys feel about this.
It's definitely like one of the bigger days that we have for planting. We have a lot of other beds that we plant too, but this is a special one for the amount of time it takes. Certain designs can take up to 2 days to do. Just depends on the measurements. This year it should only be 1 day of actual planting, which would be good. And yeah, obviously it has to grow in. It doesn't look its best as soon as we get it out there. But once it grows in, it usually looks really good. And yeah, hopefully it's one of my better ones.
I've never asked you this, but the angle of the clock, does that ever...
It can be tricky to plant it for sure. Like you definitely, there's a strategy involved where you want to plant the outside first, and then you do the inside. Planting on the outside on strange angles can be a little bit challenging. Most of our students are 1 or 2 years into this now, so they're used to it, and obviously me and Cam are pretty used to it now too. So yeah, you get used to it when you're up there, but it's definitely it's not super comfortable. We'll just put it that way.
This is rather unique, isn't it? Like, there's not many towns that I can think of that have something like this.
Yeah, Guelph has one, and Niagara has one too. Those are the 2 main ones, I think, and ours. So those, I think, only 3 in our area for that.
Talk a little bit about the people that, I'm sure people must stop, talk to you throughout the year about this, and
the clock is something that people want to talk about a fair amount. It is definitely one of the ones that and the baskets probably are the 2 main ones that people are most notice the most. There are other plants and beds that we use that people are aware of, and some people are more interested in than others. So I have some of the same people coming up every year. When we do the open house and the greenhouse, there's a lot of questions about the clock. I think people are pretty interested in that. When it comes to planting it, we don't have a lot of people coming up and asking us questions about it. We'll have people walk by and just look at it and say, looks good or something like that.
It's one of the most areas where pictures are taken though by visitors.
Yeah, it is. There's been wedding pictures in front of it before in the past. The last time we did a maple leaf on it, there was tons of people who did it during Canada Day when they had, there's lots of pictures done with that as well. And it's nice to get this one done like early in the planting season. It gets a lot of the plants out of the greenhouse, but also it'll look good by Canada Day. So it's good to get it done early in the season.